Okay. So in the last session, I discuss also with the discuss project structure, and after that, I create the one registration form with the data annotation in the last session. Maybe some guys not available in the last session, so please check the recording. I send the recording on the YouTube. So today we start the session for the mapper. Okay, so in the mapper, how to implement mapper in the ASP.NET Core. So for that we have first the create the ASP.NET application. Okay, so first we need to entity framework core for the migration. So I no problem. I one by one, step by step, I implement. So maybe some person is fresher or not understand. So I step by step, I we have 3 points on here. First, I create the application. Okay, with connect with the database through the entity framework code with the code first approach. On there we follow the code first approach and using the entity framework and using the SQL server. Okay, so then we on here with three things using. One is a we have three type of connection with the database. First is a code first approach, code first. Second is a database first through the entity framework. Okay, so in the code first and database, in the code first I create the class. Okay, but in the database first, we first create that database table. This is a difference. So I'm not using on here database first, I using on here database code first on here. After that, we will use on here reverse engineering in the entity framework core. So I will use on here for the database connection, use entity framework. EF means entity framework. Okay, entity framework core. Second, and after that, code first, then we need to migration. So suppose that we have create the two class like employee and database. Okay, we have created the two classes. So I move these classes to the database. So through the migration, we move to the database. So next step is migration. So I do one by one. So first I create the application. Open the Visual Studio. So just I open the here is just I create on here. Create project. Okay, I write on here. Uh, Project name is auto. You can write on here lab underscore or demo underscore auto mapper. Correct? Auto mapper. Okay. I set the project path. This is project path location. Where is my code? This is a path. Now this is a solution name. Now next. Okay. And we no need to this is other things. Okay, container. So don't understand this thing now. Now create the application. Okay, so on here this is create the application. Till on here any doubt please let me know, because in the this all point covered in the last session. If any doubt please let me know on here.
Hi, sir. Hi, sir.
Sorry.
I'm audible, sir.
Yes.
Sir, you are making session now. So every time you are creating a new project, so we have to create everything in a one controller or in a separate project, sir.
Sorry.
Sir, just I want to ask you, on every time you are creating a individual project, sir. So we
Yes,
have to
I created for the separate topic. Okay.
okay.
So I start with a separate topic on here. This is the auto mapper. Okay. So first I discuss with the topic wise I will implement on here, not on here implement project. Okay. So every time we will create the separate topic and automapper. So I will share the code, then you can understand the code and see the code, and after that you can create on automapper uh, project.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Okay, this is a small project because on here, if you I create the project in multiple pages, so maybe some person is not join, is after that some other person is join, so maybe so I topic by topic we create the application. Okay, so on here I create the on here any issue on in the project structure. Can you message? No.
No, sir. I have no any doubt till now.
Okay. Okay, so I create the oh, see, I create on here one library. This is a data access layer. On here, you can go new item or class library. Okay, so right click and go new project, and on here select class library, then next, and class library name I give on here Dell. Dell means data access layer. Okay, so I create on here data access layer, and after that I will create the on here we have created the two pages. If you want to remove these pages, okay, so I create on here we have, actually I want create we have some on here clear on here, actually I create on here, uh, I create the MVC application. Now we create the data access layer. Okay. And create, we have two pages. Okay. Two pages means two controller on here. Controller. Okay. This is a controller. Create the employee and department pages. So on here, we can right click on here, add controller. MPLO by employee. LO by employee controller. Okay. This one controller. And other controller I create on your data department. Department. Okay. We have on here, we have created the two controller. Okay. Now we have uh, create on here actually um, for the mapping actually. Okay, so for the mapping we have okay, so I create on here two controller. Okay, on here create data access layer. This is it for the database. Okay, now on here model used for the UI purpose. Okay, so UI purpose like we have two field, three field, like we have employee table, employee page, employee and department. So in the employee name and department name, or employee mobile number, something we have different things we can do. So according your requirement for the UI purpose, you can create the model. Okay, and so I create on here model at the employee model, MPLO by employee view model. Okay, so on here we have created the properties, like we have uh, PRO key is shortcut. On here write the employee ID, emplo by employee ID. Okay. Second is we have name, prop string and name. Okay. Now on here we have address. Now we have employee information. You can say like employee, which department employee available. So you can on here public, because employee we need to map with the database when you create that table. So employee table and a department table. So we need to mapping both table. So on here we have create the, for that purpose we have create the first class, because I follow the code first approach. Okay. In the code first approach we need to create first class. Okay. In the database first we create the table. So on here we have created the class. So we
Hi,
need
sir.
to, yes, tell me.
Sir, I have a doubt, sir.
Yes.
Sir, I have don't idea about relationship between table, like one-to-one relationship, one-to-many relationship, or many-to-one relationship.
Okay,
So,
no problem. No problem. I will tell you. Okay, I understand. I got the mapping on here. So first I
okay.
on here, this is a mapping. Okay. So suppose that we have employee and department. So we want to linking on here through the department ID. Okay. And before that, we need to, when you create the page, we need to some validation. Okay. We need to create the some validation like data notation. You know data notation?
Yeah, I know data notation. This is a nothing but this is a metadata.
No matter this, what the use of these things?
No, it's actually the representation of the entity table, and it's only represent whatever entities we need.
Okay, this is only for the mainly if you go to the practical, so only for the validation purpose we will use the data notation. Okay, this is metadata. This is a theoretical part. We not tell you theoretical part on here. Okay, so this is a data notation on here. This use only for the validation purpose.
Yeah, one
Okay,
thing,
yes,
just
tell
I
me.
have one doubt. So we can use the data administration in a separate folder also, right?
Yeah, data notation. Yes, this is a separate folder on here. This is
Yeah.
a,
Actually, I just want to ask the one question. I just noticed one project that the record for you just mentioned in the above of the name string, right? So they use the annotation in a separate folder, just like a create a separate folder and use all annotation in a parallel way. That's why I'm asking.
yes, yes, you can bear in different way. Suppose we have
Sir,
which
sir,
which
they want to just to
which
create just utility.
yes, tell me. Yes.
I think, sir, they want to say to create separate file for just like utility function type, utility class.
No, actually, this is depend on the project
That and
structure.
it. I
Okay,
think they
so
want.
which project
Got
structure
it.
you
Got
follow?
it.
Like you have clean architecture or onion, which type of a project structure you follow? So I am only simple application. Okay, no, only I create the application and create the model and add the validation. Simple thing. When you create the application and after that we follow the project structure. Okay, which project structure, which architecture you following? According that you can mapping all things, separate things you can do.
Okay, I got it.
Okay. Suppose that we have a big project, multiple models like admin model, user model, sales model, different. We have 10 models. So according when we have big project, so we can according you can manage and follow the architecture. We have different type of architecture.
Yeah, I
Okay.
got it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's clear.
So On here, this is a, you enter the first name and copy and paste. This is your for the address. Enter address. Okay. Now on here you can add the paste. Enter department. Okay. So department on here display name is equal to department. Department, this is a table. Okay, mapping from the department table. This is a department of the department ID. We have two table. One is a employee table, second is a department. On their department ID in the employee table, this is a foreign key. Okay, this is a foreign key. This is a department table. Okay, this is a foreign key. On here, you can comment on here. This is a FK, foreign key, shortcut FK. Correct. And this is a employee table. On here, employee ID, this is a on here primary key. Okay, so and we want to also create the on here department name. Public string question mark. What is the meaning of question mark?
This indicates are optional, not mandatory. Optional chaining.
Anyone is?
That fields can be empty, right?
Yes, this is you can see you can understand in the technical word nullable. Okay, nullable. You can allow the null value on here. If you suppose that you have a table, on the table we have ID and name. And if you want to allow in the name null, then on here you can add the question mark. Question mark allow the null value. This is the difference. Make sure all answer is a technical word. Now because theoretical this is like optional. What is the optional? And we want to talk on here technical. Okay. Now we have created the another model for the department. Department. Okay, department view model. Okay. On here we have two fields, public int department ID. Okay, second page is department name, public string name. Okay, on here we add the validation. This now we have required. Okay, on here please enter name or please enter name or department name, anything you can. So what is the error? Why this error is coming? Can you tell me, anybody? What is the error? Why this error is coming? Hello. Gautam and Sahid. Anyone? What the error? Why this error is coming? No idea? Error. We need to add on here error message. Error. Okay, so now you go to the error. Okay, so I have on here create the two model. Okay, in the model folder we have created the two model. Now I create the table. in the data access layer. On here we have created the two table. One is a employee table, second is a, so on here I create the entities folder. In entities, okay, entities folder. Inside the entities folder I create the one is a employee table, mplo employee, okay, employee table.
Sir, in the model folder, you just created the schema of table, na sir? Right, sir?
Yes, this is in the, no, this is a model folder actually for the suppose that we have, when we have any UI, in the UI side we want to add the validation, like we have pages, employee page. On the employee page we have name, okay, department name and address, and when we submit we need to validation. So how to do the validation? So for the business purpose we have created the model.
Okay,
Correct?
okay. Yes, sir. In the front end, sir, we have created like interface. Just we are creating here models.
Yes, for the validation purpose, suppose that you have only one field, you need to validation. So how to add the validation? So we for that we create the model. Okay. So for the business purpose, for the UI purpose, you can change on here. And this is a database table. Entity,
Okay, okay, sir.
this is a database table. And now another table I created on here, department. Department. Okay. So in the department we have two fields, public. Okay. On here, this is a latest. If you add the on here, then curly basis room. This is a latest technology on here. In the C sharp 12, 13, this is a on here. If you could add the colon on here, then on curly basis remove on here. Now key means this is a primary key. First field is a primary key. This is a public int department ID. Department ID. Second is a required on here public string, okay, name. Okay, this is a true field on here. This is a mandatory field on here. One is a primary key, second is a name. Now same things on here, employee table. We want to employee table, we have add the key, like same things on here. Okay, one is a key. Okay, key is a employee ID. This is employee ID, employ. ठीक है, this is employee ID. Now required, okay, employee ID. Now name public string name, okay, name. And on here we need to define the data type, like column type. So on here column, okay, column parenthesis, type name, but what is the type name on here? Varchar. Size of data type means 250 or 100, anybody you can say, anyway you can give on here. Okay, Varchar 250. This is a size of this name. On now required, now we have address. I copy this, I just copy again, copy and paste. Okay, so this is the address, ADDRES address. Okay, this is size also same. Now copy. Now after we have department ID, okay, department ID we have, this is a foreign key, Okay, so then we have add on here foreign key, foreign key. Okay, this is a foreign key, department, department. Okay, this is a foreign key of department, and you can say display or the display on here, display. Okay, display name, department. Okay, this is a foreign key of department. This is okay, this is employee table and the department ID, foreign key on this table, and ID in the department table. This is ID, department ID in the department employee on here employee class. This is a foreign key. Okay, now we have other field we need to map for this public department. Okay, department get set. Okay, so these things I create on here. We have create the two entity, department and employee. Okay, this is a data type on define on here like this way. Required means this is mandatory. Okay, foreign key, this is a link from the on here. This is a on here primary key. On here this link to the on here the foreign key. Okay, this is foreign key in the employee table, employee class, or you can understand this is employee table. Okay, so because this is I follow the code first approach on here. Okay, so we need to install the some NuGet package for the create the entity framework. Okay, so we need to first NuGet package on here. We need to install entity framework core. Entity framework core. Entity framework core. Okay, Microsoft dot entity framework core. This package we need to Microsoft dot entity framework core. Okay, so we need to package install this latest version. Now install. Okay, now I install the on entity framework core. Okay, and we have on here another package for the SQL server because we want to connect the SQL server. So another package is we want to install on here SQL server. Okay, SQL server. So you can see search on here Microsoft dot entity framework core dot SQL server. Okay, so now install this. Apply, accept. Okay, we have tool entity framework core. Second is SQL server. Okay, and one tool also we need for the migration from the code first classes to database. We need to install on here tools. One is a tools. Okay, so Microsoft entity framework core tools. We need to install this. Okay, so I install on here three NuGet packages. You can see on here. One is a core Microsoft entity framework core. Second is a Microsoft entity framework core SQL server. Third is a Microsoft entity framework core tools. Okay, this is for the pages. CSAR. This is for SQL connection. This is for migration. Third is a NuGet package. Okay, so Now for the database connection, I just open the Solution Explorer on the database connection. Okay, we have created the one folder, one class on here, appdb constant. appdb constant. Okay, appdb constant. This is a class for the connect to the database. Okay, so we need to create this class. In the class we have this is a class the public. Okay, we need to inherit. Everyone know the inheritance, how to inherit one class to another class. So on here we have db constant. Okay, by we want to inherit this class db content. This is a predefined class in the .NET. This .NET predefined class inherited in the appdb constant on here. Okay, for the database connection purpose. Okay, so now on here we have created the constructor ctor. ctor means you can tab then create the constructor. Okay, this is appdb constant constructor. Now I create the another constructor on here, public appdb constant, and on here db constant options. Okay, options. In the options we have write this code for the and inherit base option on here. Okay, this is on here, right? Okay, I inherit this class. This is a class. Now on here we have we have two classes on here, public db set. This is a db set. Inside db set we have imply table, mp imply table. Okay, inside imply table we have implies on here, implies. Okay, get set. Now another table we have public db set. Okay, db set on here department. Okay, now department on here get set. Okay, we have two table, imply table and department, and this is a db constant. This is a predefined class. For this database connection we need to db constants on here. This is a create the object on here. Okay, after that we need to create the connection for the database. For the create the connection for the database we have create the one function on here, protected override, and on model creating. Okay, on model creating. Okay, then okay, so on here we have changed the db constant. Okay, constants option builder. Okay, and db constant option builder. This class we need to add on here. Now on here we will add the condition. We need to add the connection string on here. If uh, if option options builder. Okay, options builder. Options builder. Okay, right, 1 second. This is a we have it on here. Okay, this be option builder. Okay, dot is configure. Okay, so on here we have created the connection on here. So for the connection we have write the option builder dot use SQL connection. There is use SQL. Okay, use SQL server. On here we have write the add connection string. So we have connection string at the rate. Okay, now on here data source data source is equal to we have database. Just open the database on here, SSMS. Okay, okay, this copy and this is stands for connect the database. Now you can add the double quote plus okay, double quote and initial catalog is equal to okay, this is database name. Okay, like we have on here lab auto, yeah, or you can write on your demo or lab auto mapper. Okay, this is a database name, mapper apps. Okay, this is a database name and integrated security true because we have no password we have. Okay, so integrated security is true. Okay, this is things we have. Or after that you want to encrypt first, you can add with the, but you no need to. You can encrypt enc rypt encrypt is equal to false. Okay, this thing for the connection string, how to connect the database. Okay, this is a connection string. So why this error is coming? Protect. Okay, now override void not suitable method for the override. Okay, on configure method we configure on this one second on this is a method. Okay, on configuring. So this is for the connection. We have two table for the database. This is the object for the database connection. This is a pre-built class db constant on here. Okay, now we have created the database now. So how to create the database? We have on here expect go to the terminal on here. Okay, on here go to the NuGet package. We go to the console. Okay, so go to the console. We have dog. Okay, on here we have select the database Dell. Okay, make sure this select the Dell because we on here we have table. You can see on here entity, inside the entity we have table. Okay, now select Dell. Okay, on here and inside you want to select all, no problem. Okay, now on here we have first migration add on here. Add, this is a script you can remember. Add migration on here initial. Okay, because I am using the code first approach. So first I create the class. Now through this command I create the database initial. Okay, INETIAL. Okay, now enter. Now build started. Okay, just I check the data build successes. Okay. Okay, error is coming. What is the error is coming? File automapper bin debug not found. Okay, means okay. Just I check on your database. Connect on here. Okay, on here automapper. Can you see automapper? Okay, no database, correct? Okay. So why is saying demo automapper? Okay, bin. Okay, maybe but no need to add the reference on here. Why this error is coming? Okay, I just I add the reference on here. Okay, add project reference, not tail. I select the reference in the web on the project on here. Just I check now. 8 migration started. Same things again. Does not reference the design. This package is require the tool. So install the package. Okay, error is coming on here. We need to install the package again. So it does not reference the microcontroller from design. Okay, this package is required for the design framework tool. Ensure startup project. Startup project is correct. Okay, we need to maybe I add this startup project. This is startup. Set a startup project. Okay, now I will try. Method not found. Okay, this is an error is coming on here. What the error is coming? 8 minus build started big success. What missing? Method
Sir,
not
I
found.
think connection string, I think not established, sir.
Yes, just I check the error on here. Add migration. System string entity framework argument. What command is perfect? Hmm. Just I check this error on the. Okay, let's check what the error on here. These things. So this is three fix the. Okay, so he's saying that we need to run this command also. Design. Okay, so again I run this command, but it's not taking. Okay, so .NET to locate .NET restore .NET clean. Okay, so I run this through the I run this install this through the NuGet on here. Where is on here design?
Sir, I think command is different, sir, no? So you are getting this error, I think. Path is not correct.
I don't have this reference on here. Just remove reference. Okay. Now I check. Actually, on here we have design function is coming design. Okay, method not found and system missing method exception and design connection is correct. Just I check the connection also. Oh, it's connection. Just open the data on here or check the connection. Okay, connection is correct or not. Okay, so builder, which is just I copy this code and paste. Okay, just again go to the tool. Now go to the NuGet package. Okay, now on here slash okay migration.
Hello.
Yes, tell me.
Yeah, I think we need to install entity framework core.design. It is written in the second last and the above lines.
Yes, but design we suppose that design part we need installing on here. Design. Okay, Microsoft Interface Code dot design. Correct.
Right, sir.
Now install. Now again check. Package. Okay, now different is coming on here. Correct. This is issue is on here, but on here is department ID is string and this integer. Okay. On here department ID is int. Okay, this is good. That is fixed through this command. Okay, this is int. Now again run this command. Okay, now you can see on here generate the migration folder. After create the build successful, on here create the migration folder is generated through the code first suppose. So on here open this folder. Now you can see the automation on here create the design. This is database table. Okay. And this is a what is the data type entity and identity one where max on this is foreign key department ID and this is a employee table we have employee ID name address and department ID. Okay, now in the department ID we will link to the department. Okay, in the department ID with the department. Okay, this is linking on here in the on here initial. This is snapshot on here also same things. Okay, this database how to create on here these things. This is after generating successfully when add migration. Now create this folder, when again create then new again create the page name. This is classes again create. Now open the database. On there also create the database lab. Lab, what the database name? Database name is
Employee, sir.
database lab auto mapper. Okay, so on there lab automapper is, but database is not generated on here. So for that database,
Maybe we need to refresh it.
copy
SSMS.
lab. Okay, yes, I refresh lab.
No, it is not there.
Yes, I refresh.
I think we need to run that the SQL file, no? Just the migration which has been created. Yet we have not run that file.
No, we migration is done. So after migration done, so we have only 8 migration. Okay. Now, okay. So we have another command. We update the migration.
Right, sir.
Yes. Mhm. Okay. On here. Right on here. Update. Okay. Update database.
Sir, how to see the output in the Swagger, sir?
Okay. Swagger through the Swagger, we have when we create the web API.
Okay.
Okay. So this action remove migration, update database. Okay, just I wrong this command, just scroll up. Okay, on here, update hyphen database. This is a command. Update hyphen database. Okay, first is a add migration initial. Okay, second is a update hyphen database. We have two command. Through this, we can do the migration from the code first to database. Now we can check on here. No, yes. This I maybe now created because on here apply migration done. Okay, build successes. All things is done. So what the database just I check on here. Lab automapper. Database is
Sir, just restart the SQL server, sir.
yeah, just I check again. This is window authentication. Okay. Now okay, this is coming on here. Okay, lab automapper. On here, this is a table created on here. Department or employee. We have two table created. You can see open the on here. One is a, this is a primary key, this is name. Okay. Now second is a employee. Okay, employee ID, and this is a foreign key. This is department ID, foreign key, name, address, simple, employee ID, primary key, and foreign key. This is on here. This is a third table created on here. This is for the migration version on here. It's showing the migration version. Just copy and okay. This will show the migration version. When every time you can do, then update the migration. Okay, you can see this is a migration ID and product version. Every time will be changed. Okay, so I am done on here. I create the classes. Okay, and model create the controller, and in the data access layer, I throw this migration. Okay, through the migration, I create the table through the code first approach. Okay, in the next session I will create the automapper because it's a big project on here. Big not project. This is lab. Okay, so in the next session we'll complete the automapper. Okay, I complete on here. Implement code first approach in that in the migration. I done this point. I on here any question? Please let me know.
So can we put a default records also there?
Means if you want to
Like
add
say department, we need to have the default department like sales, export, or say HR department. Few departments are very common throughout.
yeah, after that you can run the script, but on through this migration you cannot do.
Okay, through migration we cannot do.
Yeah, after script you can create, then you on, but it
Okay.
is possible through the migration, but you can do, but for this we need to some R&D.
Okay.
But mainly developers do only the migration like this way, and
Right.
through the pages, at the entry or through the script. Okay, entry the
Yeah.
insert the data in that.
Right. Right. Yeah.
But it is nothing is all is possible in this. Okay, development.
Yes. Yes. Thank you.
Okay, so today's this point. Any other person doubt on here? Implement code first approach in intuitive core using migration. Any other person doubt?
So I have one more doubt. It is
Yes,
like we have created a primary key on a single column. It is like an ID integer, right?
correct. Hmm.
If we are creating a tenant-based, SaaS-based application or anything, so we need to have the tenant ID and the department ID or employee ID as the primary key. So,
Yes, this is a not primary. This is a composite key.
right. So, can we define the composite key in Entity
Yes,
Framework?
yes, we can define.
We can define. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, sir.
Hmm. Any other person? Like how many person on here? This is a Ashish, Dinesh, Imtiaz, Kumar, Gautam, Joseph, Mohan. This okay? No any doubt.
Sir, I have no question. But sir, we want to learn sir ASP.NET Core Web API, sir.
Okay, I will do.
DC
I will do. Actually,
family.
I complete these things, AutoMapper and these things. So now next topic will be start Web API.
Because sir, I am not understanding anything, sir, which you are teaching currently. I know little bit.
No, actually, this is initial base. Oh no, I'm not going any advanced. This is initial. Okay, so on here, any doubt, please let me know. Because I may still sit on here. You can tell me what is the question on here. If you have no any in next session, if you any doubt on here, then you can ask. Okay.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.